PR for 21 years actually. I did a PR degree at Leeds Metropolitan University, and when I walked in there 21 years ago, I think I was the second intake into this kind of new career, which was PR. And now nearly every company in the world has either a PR team or an agency. So it's grown massively, and it's fair to say that it's changed hugely since I came into the business. So my role is partner and operations director at an agency based in Green Park in Reading, so not far from here. There's 40 of us, so slightly bigger than the two there, but I think still has kind of a founder and a family feel, which I really like in PR. So my role nowadays is kind of less of the fun stuff, probably, unfortunately. It's kind of less of the, getting down and doing some of the fun campaigns that Emma and Ed have talked about, and more doing kind of the planning and the client satisfaction side. But also a big part of my role is recruitment. So I thought I'd talk to you about kind of getting into PR, but from an employer's perspective, because hopefully that will be quite useful to you when you actually go out and look for a job. So I think when people kind of come into a career in PR, certainly in my experience, people feel like, especially graduates, feel somehow like they've got to come in to us with this big list of experience, all of these things that they've done, all of this work experience, which is important, don't get me wrong, it is important to kind of go out there and try different employers and different sectors. But for me, that's kind of not really important. I don't expect you to walk out of university with loads of experience in PR. That's not something that I necessarily expect. But what I do want you to be is interested, and ultimately I want you to have done your homework, and I think that's one big takeaway. I think Ed touched on this before, know your why, know why you want to come into PR, but also have an answer when someone says, why do you want to work for X company? You'll be astonished at the amount of people that I interview who haven't even looked at our website, they haven't gone on to our social media sites, they haven't even done basic 5 minutes worth of quick looking around. And we're a communications agency, so we're not that hard to find. We like talking about ourselves, we shout a lot on social media. We're not that difficult a company to kind of find out a bit about. And I think doing your homework on the company, so that when someone inevitably says to you, why do you want to work at Barclay Communications, you have an answer to that. I also know that finding a job isn't easy. I was lucky enough when I was looking for a job almost 20 years ago that the landscape just wasn't as hard as it is now, and I appreciate that it is a bit of a numbers game, and you do have to kind of apply for quite a lot of jobs to make sure that you are in with a chance of getting one. But I think kind of getting into a job in PR is a bit like dating. You've got to make the employer think that they're the only one for you, even if you are kind of cheating with them on the side with a few other agencies. You don't want to think that you are kind of one in a list of 15 people that you're employing, that you're going to employ. So I think that's why the homework bit is really important, so that you make an employer feel like you want to work for them and you're at least a little bit interested in kind of what the area is. In terms of how I got into PR, like I said before, I actually did a PR degree, and that was a great